Hello again, beautiful artists, and welcome back to another episode of Paint Along with Skye. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Skye, and I post beginning level acrylic tutorials here on YouTube every Saturday. So hit subscribe if you'd like to join the fun and paint along. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Okay, so this week I thought it would be fun to do something really summery and tropical and just have a really refreshing kind of summer vibe for everyone this week. So we're going to be doing a really cute pink flamingo and a sort of sunset beach background scene, very tropical, very fun, and I'm going to take you through it every single step of the way. The three brushes that I have for this class are my usual brushes here. So I have my large square brush here, 1-inch wash brush. I have a medium-sized pointed brush here, and then I also have a small detail brush. Gonna get those in the water cup off the side of the screen. The colors that I have to start today's painting, we are gonna do it in two parts. So for my background, I have white, a little bit of ultramarine blue, my favorite phthalo green, yellow, and bright red. If you'd like to see a full materials list of everything that you'll need to paint along, check the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead now and jump in. We are going to kind of create a little sketch for ourselves first, kind of like a little our own paint by numbers. And the first line that I'm going to do today is going to be my horizon line. And let's go ahead and start with just a little bit of light yellow. I'm just going to grab a little bit of white here and add it into my yellow. And I'm going to use this to create my horizon line, which I'm going to do about 1/3 of the way up my canvas. Okay, we want to do a somewhat straight line. I got a little bit wonky there to start. About like so. And then I'm gonna create a nice big sun. And you can either do the sun here centered, or you can do it a little bit off center, and that's completely up to you. I think I'm going to do mine pretty much centered, and I'm gonna do it pretty big as well. Okay, about like so. All right, now I'm gonna grab a little bit more yellow. I'm going to start by filling in my sun. Now this is a little bit of a different way than sometimes we'll do, where we'll do a lot of different layers of acrylic paint. Today we're sort of creating different shapes for ourselves and then filling them in. So there will be a little tiny bit more brush control needed once we start to fill in our little sunset area, but it's gonna make it so that this light yellow is really vibrant. Putting that color against the white of the canvas, okay? And I'm just gonna be filling that sun shape in with light yellow. So we already have created for ourselves the ocean here and where the sky is gonna be. And then here is our nice big sun. All right, a little bit of white into these colors creates that nice sort of tropical pastel feel. Okay, and you can start thinking about what colors you want your sunset to be as well. Okay, that's looking very nice. Just getting that filled in and somewhat circular. And now just to give that sun a little bit of extra definition, I'm gonna sneak a tiny bit of red and just create a really pretty like peachy orange color into that yellow white mixture. And just go right along the outside edge, and that's going to create a little bit of depth and sort of that circular feel as well. Okay, a little bit of wet on wet blending there, beautiful. Now I'm going to grab my largest brush. I think I'll go ahead and still be working here in the sky, so I'm going to take my red and mix it in here with my light yellow, and I'm going to get a really pretty orangey peach color. That's going to be the color that I bring right around my sun and right here at the bottom, the horizon. We're going to take that color pretty much all the way up. We're going to add some fun sunset colors up top here in just a minute. But for now, we're just going to kind of outline that sun like so. trying to create a nice clean line. You actually want to come all the way down and cover that yellow. And you also want all of your brush strokes going the same direction. So you see how I brought my brush down there, but then I went back over and brought all the brush strokes in a consistent direction. It's really, really going to help the final effect of your painting. That's every brush stroke matters. It's something I say in every class. Okay, I'm just bringing that very pretty orange color to the other side of my sun, covering my sketch line here at the horizon, like so. Very nice. Already getting a very tropical feel here. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring that orange pretty much all the way up, keeping all the brush strokes going the same direction as just like the other side here as usual. Always being mindful of our brush stroke direction. All right, like so, very nice. I'm rinsing my brush now just a little bit. And along the top here, I'm just going to do a little bit more vibrant of a kind of a red-orange. Like so, so just sneak in a little bit of yellow in there, but a little bit darker than that peach color. You want a little bit of a gradation here going on. If you'd like to learn more about color mixing and how to blend all the different colors starting from primaries, I have a course on that called Color Theory 101, and it's available on Udemy and Skillshare. So please check that out if you'd like to learn more about kind of the basic vocab, about color theory, how to use a color wheel, how to blend colors, and there's a full tutorial in that course as well. Exclusive. Okay, bringing that red to that orange, working quickly with our acrylic paint today, as always, because it dries quickly. We want to try to get that wet on wet blend. That's looking pretty good to me. Now I'm going to grab my medium-sized brush again, and I'm just going to exaggerate some clouds with pure red right out of the bottle, kind of coming down here, just kind of playing around in my sunset and creating even more depth, just one more layer of color. Right along the top here. You don't even have to do this. If you feel like you had a good gradation going on, you don't need to do anything to it. You can just let it be. Okay, there we go. That looks nice. All right, let's see. And do the same thing here at the bottom with just a little bit of like a nice peachy pink for some nice pink clouds. And then we'll be done with our kind of top part of our background here. Okay, just if you'd like to bring a little bit of pink clouds in as well, can be kind of fun. Keeping our brush strokes horizontal there and just kind of going back and blending them in slightly. Very nice. Okay, and I did kind of come into my yellow here a little bit. So just kind of clean that up a little bit with a damp brush. And I'll just go in there and just kind of boop with some light yellow as well. Okay, there we go. Damage control. Looking good. All right, now I'm going to rinse all of the orange and warm colors out of my big brush. We're going to do our little ocean here right underneath our sun, the bottom part of the horizon. So go ahead and take some of this gorgeous phthalo green. We're going to mix it with some blue. We're going to make a blue green. And then we're going to mix in a little bit of yellow. And there's my favorite color, that gorgeous teal, which works so well, I think, with the pink and the yellow. That's another thing about the color theory course is I also go over a little bit about how to create color schemes and make colors look good together. All right, beautiful teal color. We're going to bring that to meet our sky and sun. Very nice. Trying to create as straight of a line as possible. Keeping our brush strokes back and forth, horizontal, like so. Looking pretty good. There's no such thing as perfection, so pretty good is good enough. Okay, and I'm just taking that blue color all the way down and just filling in that whole section, but keeping my brush strokes back and forth, always being mindful of that. Okay, making sure that we're filling in all of the canvas texture. We should have no blank or patchy canvas after this step. You should have one nice solid layer of color, at least on every single part of your canvas. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a little bit of white just for a highlight color. I'm gonna throw that in here. We are gonna do some really pretty like sun reflections later, but this is just to add a little bit more depth into our water. Really subtle, really pretty, really nice. Let's go ahead and let this layer dry, and then we're gonna come back and add a whole bunch more. So I'll see everyone in a few. Okay, welcome back, artists. We have a dry background here and fresh colors on my piece of palette paper. I'm just going to be working with my primary colors, so red, yellow, and ultramarine blue, and then black and white. I did rinse my brushes and get fresh water at break. Let's go ahead now and jump back in with our medium-sized brushes. We're going to be using a light yellow now, and we're going to create a cute little reflection of the sun in our water. So we're gonna add a little bit of white into that yellow to make it a little bit more opaque. And then right where my sun meets the ocean, I'm just gonna do a few horizontal lines like so that sort of taper off and get smaller as you come down. Look at how pretty that is. Just really a subtle, less is more kind of step, just a few brush strokes, so that you can still kind of see the blue underneath. Very pretty, and you can even do kind of like a little stylistic little squiggle if you'd like. I think that's fun as well. So some sort of curves there in the brush strokes. Okay, that's very pretty. Now let's go ahead and add some palm trees. I want us to kind of leave that area alone so that it can dry for a moment. And now I'm going to go up into these areas and sort of balance out this red-orange area with some really pretty palm trees. I'm going to take my small brush now. I'm going to be working with this blue. I'm going to add a pinch of white and a pinch of black to create a toned down blue. Very pretty. Oof, absolutely love that navy blue color. Okay, and with that small, tiny brush here, I'm going to come into the red-orange area. And I'm going to create the base here of my tree. And then from the top, I'm going to have some curved brush strokes that sort of gracefully come in every different direction. Like so. Look at how cute that is. And then from those lines, you're gonna have little tapered lines that come from there. And I'm being very, very light-handed with my brush and trying to get some nice, dainty, little curved lines. And that just, I think, really balances the red-orange nicely. You gotta think like gravity here, pulling these little palm fronds down. All those brush strokes are gonna be going down. Look at how cute that is. Okay, let's do one more tree that kind of comes off the side here, just to sort of fill in that area even more, going in all different directions there. I think those palm trees are just such a fun and easy way to paint a nice little tropical scene. All you need is a little bit of a palm tree silhouette. Very cute. Okay, I like it. And just thickening up the base a little bit here. Very pretty. And on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. And you can either do one palm tree on the other side, or you can balance it for two and make kind of like a little stage for your cute flamingo to be. But I think I'm going to just do one, because I'm a fan of asymmetry. Okay, and I've kind of curved my way down a little bit too far. I kind of want this to come off of the side here. We don't necessarily want to paint any land, although you can. You could totally do a cute little island. Okay, just bring the brush strokes there in every direction as well. Coming off my canvas just like so. And from the top as well. Very cute. Love those palm tree shapes. And then just very graceful brush strokes. Being as light-handed as we can. Nice small brush. Keeping the brush spinning in the paint too. So using your hand, like spinning it into the paint will keep it in a nice little point. Bring the brush's bristles together. All right, and just every last one here, just being patient and getting that nice graceful look. So cute. Love that palm tree. Okay, I like it. I think maybe even just a little bit thicker base here, like so. Nice. So cute. I like it. All right, just making sure everything looks balanced there. Adorable. All right, let's go ahead and do our flamingo now. We've let this area dry. This is going to be our little piece de resistance, obviously the focal point of the painting as well. I rinsed my small brush and we're going to do the main shapes here just with white. And I would definitely recommend practicing this shape first, whether it be with pencil or, honestly, I recommend just doing it with a paintbrush as well, so that you get used to holding a paintbrush. But yeah, paint on a piece of paper or on your papered table before you make your flamingo. This is a very simple shape. And I want the face to kind of have the backdrop of the yellow sun. So I'm going to do a circle kind of right there in the sun area. Okay, and then from the back part of the circle, I'm going to start like an S curve shape. That's going to be his or her neck. And then we're just going to come up and off of the side of the canvas there. From the front part, we're just going to have a sort of parallel line to that S and then come down like so. So these are our main shapes that we've already created for ourselves. Just going to straighten out that circle a little bit, or make it more circular rather. Very unique shaped, kind of dinosaur looking birds, if you ask me. And I'm gonna do the beak here, which you're gonna come out as a sort of diagonal here, and then curve down like so, and then come around, and then you're gonna wanna flare back out. Okay, I think that's gonna be a pretty cute flamingo. Let's go ahead and fill him in and see what happens. I'm gonna take my medium-sized brush now, and I'm going to create pink with red and white together. Of course, they're turning pink because they eat pink shrimp, little krill. Okay, I'm gonna take my pink here and fill it in right around that circle. like so. We're actually going to push this part out in a sort of heart shape almost. We'll come back in there with the beak later too and sort of understand that shape a little bit more. It's going to come like so with two little kind of curved lines. And then we're going to be filling in the face and the neck and the body. And this will make more sense once you see all the shapes filled in. So feel free to watch once too, but even before you try it. Okay, bring that out to cover my sketch line, of course. You want nice, solid coverage down through the neck. You may need to do even a second coat. It's always about layering when it comes to acrylic painting. I'm really feeling this tropical vibe though. It is a summer vibe for sure. Okay, nice graceful neck here coming down in that sort of S-curve shape. Covering those sketch lines. Can be a little bit thicker here at the base. Perfect, there we go. Keeping the brush strokes all going in the nice same directions as the shape. Okay, and a pretty curved little body here. That's just going to go off the canvas, and we're not even going to have to worry about showing any wings or anything like that. It's just going to be the pink body. And nice contrast there, I think, with the teal. Okay. Just getting that filled in. And again, making sure all of our brush strokes go the same direction. Okay, nice. Super cute. It's gonna be really adorable. All right, now I'm gonna take my small brush again. I'm gonna come in here into this beak, and I'm going to actually grab black, which might be a little bit intimidating, but don't be afraid. And I'm going to come in here and create those kind of two curved lines. And then here at the front part of the beak, I'm gonna have sort of like a straight line that has a little curve down to this bottom section of beak. It's almost like a teardrop shape. About like so. I'm gonna kind of adjust as needed. Have it a little bit thinner here at the base, taper down a little bit. There we go. Okay, we're getting it. And now I'm gonna take a lighter yellow than that background sun there. With more white. I'm gonna fill in that other part here of the beak so that I can cover my white sketch line. And just give that beak more definition. Don't want to leave it that yellow color, even though they're both yellow. We want to have different colors of yellow so that we can see the difference. Okay, covering the sketch line there. Super cute. And then with the black again, just finishing off that little beak area here, spinning my brush into the paint to make the brush come to a nice point. And I'm just gonna outline that beak shape like so. And like so. Okay, it looks pretty good. Just again, adjusting my composition as need be. Make sure and just like take a step back if you need and adjust your shape as well. That's looking pretty good. And then one little nostril like so. It's gonna go right there. Very cute. And now we can go ahead and just bring that black outline around our whole flamingo shape. That's just going to create nice definition and really make this foreground pop against the background. Very easy and simple way to colorize. So pretty. Okay, nice graceful line there. And on the other side as well. Nice black outline. We're going to have a few highlights as well, and it's really just going to make everything come together. Concentrating. Really just balancing my hand. Being nice and careful. Important step. Piece de la resistance. Okay. There we go. Nice. Let me go ahead and grab my medium-sized brush again. I'm going to just add a little bit of like a highlight pink with even more white, sort of right along the curve of the neck there. And also along the curve of the face and the body. Kind of like a highlight, and also kind of just like even making it more opaque. And again, I'm doing little boo-boos today, so I'm just gonna mend that area real quick as well. A little bit of blending there. You can see that just kind of makes it pop even more. And then same medium-sized brush, I'm gonna take a little bit of dark red, so just a tiny pinch of black into that red. I'm gonna bring a little bit of white in there too, just to tone it down. I'm going to do sort of some feather type texture by doing a few brush strokes right there, and then also kind of right in the front part as well. Okay, nice little bit of texture. Super cute, just to give the illusion of feathers. Okay, and then again with my small brush, I'm gonna just create a little eyeball. And that, of course, is important. You wanna make sure that you line that up at the right spot. That can really change the look. All right, a little bit more black in there. About like so. If you start small, you can always make it bigger. Okay, I think that looks pretty cute, and that is all the instruction that I have for everybody today. So if you painted along, I would love to see your work, and I've created a Facebook group for this very reason. It's called the Art Club, and there's a link in the description box. If you'd like to join us over there, we would love to have you. Please check out Color Theory 101 on Udemy and Skillshare if you'd like to learn more about color mixing and color theory. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, stay creative.